Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, and yes, a dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so that you find out whenever I post new videos or announce giveaways or go live. And as always, if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. In case you could not tell by my new fabulous ears and earrings, this is a Disney unboxing day. I have a fantasy level Bibbidi box to share with you. I finally got to go back to Disneyland and California Adventure for the first time since the end of February 2020, and it was a fantastic day. It was a little bit cooler. In fact, it was even cold at some points in time, so that was actually perfect because we are still wearing masks here at least until the 15th. We'll have to see what happens with the reopening and what the rules are in terms of after that date. But I had such a great time with my family. We were lucky enough to get boarding passes at 12 p.m. for the Avengers campus, but that of course is just when you have that opportunity to kind of get into the lottery, to get into that land. And it was so great though, because we did experience some Disney magic. We were kind of juggling the times around. I think they actually had to shut down the Web Slingers ride for about an hour, and so we were getting really nervous because we also had some dinner reservations at Carthay Circle for my mom's birthday. That's the reason we decided to go ahead and splurge and get these Disneyland and California Adventure tickets. But again, with some magic from a cast member, they were able to get us in and onto the ride as soon as our boarding pass was called, and then we still made it in time for a lovely meal at Carthay. So it was a great day. A little bit gloomy, a little bit cloudy, but that was actually great in terms of temperature because we didn't feel any discomfort wearing our masks because masks were still enforced. Right now, we're still doing masks here at Disneyland in California. We'll see how that changes as of the 15th, but I have a feeling they're still going to be around for a little bit longer. I was so excited to see all of the new merch. I'm not necessarily like a big Marvel gal, but they had so many great new collections, like this very tropical collection that I am enjoying. I kind of kept toying around with whether or not I should go ahead and buy the ears, but I just knew that I would kind of feel the FOMO and I wouldn't necessarily be able to guarantee that I could get them in a Disney box. So I did go ahead and buy them for myself, as well as these kind of expensive bauble bar earrings. They were a little bit pricey, but I'm still so glad that I went ahead and picked them up for myself, and I'm really looking forward to going back to the parks as soon as they do announce a new annual pass holder program. I hope that it's something similar and it's hopefully in a price point that I can enjoy, because I was really enjoying the legacy pass holder discount, which is still 10 to 15% everywhere in the park and downtown Disney. So that really made a huge difference, and that's also one of the reasons that I will probably be decreasing the number of Disney subscription boxes that I'm opening here on the channel. I still have some one-time boxes that are on their way, but I'll probably again kind of skip around here and there depending on what you guys want to see and what my sort of Disney merch needs are. But it was a great way to get me through the pandemic, of course, but now that my home parks are open, I am so excited to get to go there in person and not have to pay any shipping. So this fantasy level box from Bibbidi is kind of their mid-tier. They have ones that go all the way up to $119. They have ones for as little as $39. The shipping to me here in California is a flat $9.50, which is not too bad when you consider otherwise I would have to drive about an hour and a half up there and of course pay for parking, etc., etc. But I am always looking for a value of about 10 to 15% above what I paid for the box, again to reflect the annual pass holder discount that I used to get and the legacy pass holder discount that I'm currently getting, that I hope they continue to share with us. So this is what the lovely box looks like. Very beautiful. They've kind of changed it a few times. They do great artwork and they have such great wish list items. Now I have to admit I am super picky, so I usually only select maybe one or two. There's even been times when I said, you know, go ahead and surprise me completely, just work with my preferences, and they do have a really detailed preferences form that you fill out when you first sign up that you can constantly keep updating, which is something that I always also appreciate because, you know, maybe I just kind of can't hold out and wait for the ears that I was looking for and I buy them for myself. I want to be able to let them know in that preferences manager that I went ahead and picked up those ears so please don't send them to me. And every once in a while, some duplicates happen, especially across different subscription boxes, but I do think they do a really good job, and I love how easy it is to manage your account. So let's go ahead and take a look what we've got inside. It's a pretty lightweight box, so nothing too heavy. So inside I am seeing a little packing slip here and a note, a very familiar note. So they do have the option when you are filling out your preferences to say if you're more of a quantity or quality person, I'm totally fine with getting fewer items in my box if they are a higher value. And of course, again, with the $59 box, you're not going to get those big ticket items like the Loungefly mini backpacks. You know, you're not going to get your gym shorts. Those you definitely have to spend a little bit more money for, maybe the Ultimate Magic or the Imagination boxes. So it just says, again, this box has fewer items of higher value as opposed to more items of lesser value. We hope you love it. To change this option, please update your preference manager. They're missing the C in that preference, is that my editor eye always goes right to that. So I will probably just be getting like maybe 1 or 2 items in this box instead of the usual kind of like 3 to 5 in a fantasy level box, and that's totally fine. I've definitely received boxes that have only had 1 item, but it was kind of a bigger ticket item for the price range that I selected. Now this is a little different because this looks like an old school Bibbidi box where we just have the folded sheet. Now they had moved from doing a nice like kind of art print postcard to doing more of like a folder style where you could cut the cover off and use that as your art prints. But it looks like I just got the packing slip this time without the rest of it, which is okay, but I don't necessarily always use those art prints, so it's totally fine by me, but I know some people definitely really look forward to them. So this then is what they do instead of shred. They have these reusable bags, and I do think this like kind of holographic one is really pretty, but to be honest, I actually prefer the shred because I do use it and it is recyclable, and these reusable bags, like there's only so many that you need, and for me this is kind of an awkward size and shape. So it does have the handles, it does have the cinch drawstrings, which I think some people have managed to make it into a very like simple backpack as well. But you guys know how I am with like branded stuff, and I generally don't really like, you know, Bibbidi branded stuff. I want my like authentic Disney merch. Sometimes some stuff from small shops, but for the most part I want authentic Disney merch. So this is what it looks like though. It is nice and flat. They don't look that great once they get like super crinkled up, so that's my other like thing with these bags. I would prefer the shred to come back, but I get that they're trying to be a little more eco-friendly, and I know some people definitely love these bags a lot. So it looks like I am going to have to do an ear change, which is totally fine, and it does look like I did get 2 items in this box. Now ears at the park, you guys, are $29.99. I believe like the Loungefly ears these days are around $35, so that's what you're looking at for ears. So that's already like half the value of my box at $59. So again, we're looking for about 10% above, so I'm hoping that I can get a box value of about $66 to maybe $70, and of course that's only gonna maybe start to cover some of the shipping, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the ears. They are very like classic ears. Again, there were so many cool ones. There's these like very like minty green sequin ears that they've just come out with. I saw some beautiful like Mexican embroidery ears, and so this was like the last purchase I made on my way out of the parks in the evening, because I just, like I said, I was like, maybe I should hold out, maybe I should just request them from a box, but I had to go with it. And honestly, with my legacy pass holder discount, I was able to get these for just under $30. So even with the tax and even accounting for like, you know, having to drive up there, because it was such a great time at the parks, you guys. It had been so long that I did let myself splurge a little bit more on merch than I normally would. So here are our very like classic looking ears. So they are sequin polka dots with a nice beautiful red bow. I love anything that's very like classic mini, so like rock the dots, absolutely. I think it's such a great look, but these are so perfect for summer. But I am going to go ahead and do that ear change for you guys because that's what I always do. So I have so many different like permutations of like classic mini ears now. I've got like the one with the little hat and the yellow flower. I think I've got like red polka dots. I've got just red. I've got just black. So these, I don't know. I'm going to have to make more trips to the park. So maybe that's how I will start to justify purchasing whatever new pass holder program they come up with, so that I can actually wear my ears and use all of my Loungefly mini backpacks. And it was so funny because I was like kind of thinking like which Loungefly mini backpack, because I think I have about a dozen of them now, I wanted to use at the park. And so many of them I was like, well, this is like a special limited edition and I don't want this to get messed up, or this one has like fuzzy like texture details that I don't want to get messed up in case it rains or it gets dirty. So I just went with my classic Dole Whip mini backpack. But I could see these being great, so I am gonna have to maybe consider getting a pass so that I can go more often, so that I can rock the dots and show you guys all of my different mini ears. But I have to say, you guys, I feel like they are getting more and more comfortable, even compared to the ears that I wore at the park all day yesterday, which was my Hong Kong 15th anniversary ears, which I did get lots of compliments on, which was so fun. So you guys, I think these are awesome. I love the sequins. It's the right amount of shine, and when that sun comes out and you're standing in front of the castle, these are the kind of ears that you want to rock. And of course, these are the kinds of ears that are going to look so classic with so many outfits. I saw so many girls that were like bounding and doing a fantastic job. I saw a lot of Winnie the Poohs and a lot of Snow Whites that were doing such great variations, but I only saw like maybe a couple of Minnie Mouse like bounding outfits, but I think this would be so perfect for that. And I love like when people kind of do it in a retro way. It's so well done. All right, so let's look at our one other item. So it came in a little organza bag, and it does have the Disney Parks exclusive little sticker on it, and it does have the price tag on it, but we will go over all of that when we look at our packing slip. So I believe this was actually on the wish list. It might have been the one thing that I hearted. Now, the way that the wish list works is when they release it, when they open it up, you go in there and you kind of save your place in line. Now, I have been in there like literally in the first hour that it opens up, but I think it's because I'm so darn picky and I only like heart maybe 1 or 2 items. I still wind up being at the very end of the shipping cycle. So this is in fact my May box. I did get it maybe a week ago, maybe 5 days ago, but you know, it's still like kind of delayed, and so that whole wish list thing and like getting in there really quickly so that you can get your box sooner, because it's a little bit easier for them to curate if they know what you're looking for on the wish list, that doesn't actually work for someone like me who's like, you know, look at my very, very particular preferences instead, and like take into account all of the many authentic ears and bags I already have, and then go ahead and put something together. And again, I'm very picky, so I feel like giving some of these boxes a break will be a break for them as well. All right, so let me show it to you. It's so cute. It just came in this little like plastic wrapper, but I'll go ahead and open it up. It says that it has a value of $39.99, so it's like kind of nicer jewelry, and it's so dainty. Now, I am actually wearing like a little Mickey Mouse necklace right now. Now, this one is in silver. You guys know that I generally prefer gold, but I just thought this was so cute and so classic. I honestly thought that it was going to be a little bit bigger, the close-up photo that they had online. I think I almost thought it was going to be more like rhinestones and match like a ring that I recently got, I believe also from Bibbidi. I love that it has the Walt Disney quote on it. It was all started by a mouse, and it does say that this is sterling silver, so that's probably why it's so tiny and yet a little bit pricier, and it's just a classic Mouseketeer hat. I think it is so cute. So it's a 15-inch necklace with a 3-inch extender, so it is from the Disney Parks collection. So I just think it is so adorable. Of course, as always, I will take some photos for you guys over on Instagram so you can see it up close, and you will probably see it appear in some videos. But I love the very like dainty, very almost elegant Disney touches that mean that you can wear it every day, not necessarily just when you manage to make it to the parks, because you know, ears I can't wear every day, but something like this or something like this little silver one I can definitely wear every day, just to kind of like show my love for Disney, like a little bit of whimsy. And I also just feel like any like ears or like just the Mickey icon is still very, very classic. So let me know what you thought about this Bibbidi box. If you're more of a quality person or a quantity person, if you have any questions about my day at the park since the reopening, I would love to hear them in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.